Well, Graham, how was it? Awkward up there or fun or what?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I mean, seeing some of those old videos and old pictures back in my Boise State days brought back some good memories, and you know, it was pretty cool. It was nice of Kevin to honor me like that, and you know, like I said, I'm a proud Bronco through and through, and I'm happy to be here tonight.
The last season went so well, and then for this season to start the way it has, do you expect it to just that momentum to keep going, or?
Yeah, and I hope that it continues. I mean, I've been playing well. I feel like I'm doing all the right things, both on and off the course, and you know, that's the goal. You hear it all the time with all the players. You always want to try to get better, and that's the goal. I mean, I want to get in that winner's circle, and the only way to do that is to keep giving yourself chances. So that's kind of the plan.
The early start to the season, did that help you in the end, because you sort of able to keep that momentum going a little through the winter?
Yeah, and I think the one thing that, because I played well over in Asia, that it gave me a little bit of a jump start on the year, and I was able to take a couple of weeks off early in the year, events that I would normally play, just to kind of stay fresh, kind of shorten the year by a couple of weeks, because it gets long out there, and kind of midsummer to the end of summer, you start kind of dragging a little bit, and so hopefully that couple weeks off gave me a little bit more energy kind of near the end of the year and make that tour championship again.
Saw you posted the letter from Augusta on Twitter the day you got it. Did you do something special with that thing? Is it sitting on the wall somewhere?
I mean, my wife put it in a frame pretty much the next day, and that was one of the coolest moments of my life. I knew that I was going to be in the tournament, but when I actually got that, the physical evidence, that piece of mail, and at the bottom it says RSVP. That didn't take long. I mean, we had that thing in the mail, pretty much the next day, and it was cool. I mean, an absolute dream come true, and I can't wait to get down there.
How many holes did you play last week?
I just played 18. I was planning on playing the next day too, but it was like 33 degrees, and my back was kind of stiff, so I just walked the course and chipped and putted. But
how does it compare to, obviously seen it on TV a ton, so how's it compare to what you expected it to look like?
Yeah, I mean, it met all my expectations and more. There's some things that I didn't really know about the course. I felt like I knew it really well going in because I had watched it religiously for years. But at the same time, there was a couple of tee shots that I didn't really realize you had to move the ball as much as you do. And I mean, the green surrounds and the greens are a little more treacherous than I kind of anticipated. But I mean, what a special place.
How big of a deal is this for you to get to tee it up there?
Dream come true. I mean, if there was one tournament I could play in and be done with golf, it'd be Augusta and the Masters. And I still kind of pinch myself once in a while that I'm going to be there in a couple of weeks. And when I was there last week, I was in awe. I was just kind of looking around, and I don't really know what to expect, to be all honest, but I'm looking forward to it.
It sounds like you kind of go in. I mean, if you take the just enjoy it attitude, maybe that takes a little bit of the pressure off of it a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the whole main goal that week. There hasn't been a first-time winner since 1979, and I'd like to change that. But that being said, it's a week that I've looked forward to my entire life, and I want to make sure that I have fun. And if I could play well, that'd be a bonus.
How's the course suit your game?
I think it suits my game pretty well. I mean, it's long, and you have to be able to drive the ball well and control your ball flight. Into the greens, you have to hit in the right spots and control your distance, and those are things that I kind of pride myself on that I'm able to do. And if you can get a couple putts to fall and maybe get a couple good breaks, you never know come Sunday afternoon.
You're set for all 4 majors this year, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And just a player. So anything you're not in this year, or you in anything you want to play?
Yeah, I'll be in everything this year. Yeah.
How cool has that been, setting your schedule, knowing in advance that you're in everything?
Yeah, it's been a huge help, and the only downfall is I'm missing some tournaments that I've really enjoyed playing in the past, but you need ample time off, and you need rest, and you got to go into every tournament fresh, and you can't play too much. And I mean, this year I've been trying to take some of the, like what the good players do is they take ample time off and they go into a tournament, they really prepare hard, as opposed to playing 6-7 weeks in a row like I did, my first, especially my rookie year and after that. And you realize that it's more important to go into a tournament feeling good and playing well than it is to just play them to play them. So, I mean, to be in all the world golf events and the majors, it's crazy. And like I said, I pinch myself every day. Like, these are my dreams 5-6 years ago, and now they're come to fruition. So it's pretty awesome.
You sit up there, you kind of taking the approach of not getting crazy on Thursday and Friday. Augusta, obviously, is a place you can take a lot of risk. But what kind of approach are you going to take there?
Yeah, I mean, I still don't really have a game plan set up for the golf course because I don't know it well enough, to be honest. But by Wednesday afternoon, my caddy and I will sit down and try to figure out what the best way for us is to play it, and whether that's going to be the right way or not. Because it's my first time, we don't really know. But the main thing is to stick to that game plan, whether you've made coming off a bogey or a birdie, is to do what you planned on at the start of the week, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm excited about the week. I feel like I can play well, but we'll see what happens.
You said Mike Weir's going to play with you a couple times. You go to him and ask him to do that, or?
Yeah, we played together in kind of a little fun tournament down in Florida, the Franklin Templeton Shootout. We were teammates, which was another thing. I mean, he was an idol growing up, and I was playing with him in a tournament, so it was cool. But I've been able to pick his brain a little bit, and he's offered to play practice rounds with me. And I mean, to play with a guy who's won around there and knows not only how to play the golf course, but how to deal with all the outside interference, whether it be all your friends and family that are there, and crowd noise, or how to deal with your emotions. It's all those little things that kind of add up. It's more than just playing golf. I mean, that goes every week, but especially on a stage like that.
How many people you got going with you?
We have just over 10.
And then, you mentioned up there, but guy grew up in the cold and played college golf in the cold. What does an indoor practice facility mean to a golfer?
An indoor facility at Boise State would be unbelievable. I mean, you would see the program take that next jump, especially for recruiting kids who, you're trying to get a kid out of California who thinks of Boise, Idaho, and they think of snow in the winter. It's like, yeah, we do have snow, but we have this place to practice. And I mean, to be able to continue to hone your skills all season long or all winter long, and then be able to jump right into a tournament in the spring and be able to play at a high level. And I think that's the thing that's really going to take this program to the next level.
How has Boise State kind of shaped you to be the golfer you are today on tour?
Well, I learned a lot from Kevin Burton, and it's more than just golf. I mean, he's now become one of my good buddies, and he's taught me how to play the game, but also, like I said, all the little things that go along with golf that people on the outside don't see, and that's, dealing with your emotions and learning how to travel properly, and not getting homesick. And there's so many little things, and eating in restaurants every week, and how to take that and use it in a positive way. And he's been a huge help. And I love my time here. I'm a proud Bronco, always will be. And hopefully this program can continue to grow and go to the next level.
Going from Boise to the PGA, what was the biggest adjustment? You talked about a number of things. Was there one thing that just kind of took you a while, I guess, to get over?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that awe factor. The first tournament when you're hitting balls next to Ernie Els, and this is a major champion, and now you got to beat him, and that's the goal. And it's like, wow, so you have to take these guys from putting them on a pedestal to realize that you're competing against them and you need to beat them. And the only way to do that is to play your game and to think properly and work your way around the golf course. But it's amazing playing on the PGA Tour. It's a dream come true. We play on beautiful golf courses every single week. We get to see the world. They're all these courses are in the best shape that they could possibly be, and we're extremely spoiled.
You said when you were up there, you're close with TK Kim. How much do you keep tabs on the growth of this program?
Yeah, quite a bit. And every time TK plays well, I'll send him a text and I try to inspire him. And like KB was saying, he's one of the hardest working kids I've ever seen. He said he's the second hardest next to me, but I think he actually has a little more in him than I ever have. But he's a great player, but even more so, he's a great kid, and I expect good things out of him.
It's good.